guys! Welcome back to Money and Chi. And this week, na-miss nyo ba ako? Na-miss ko rin kayo guys. So, this week we will discuss about yung maraming nagtatanong is about the REITs. I know I promised the Converge, but we'll do that next week kasi yung REITs is coming up this week. So, might as well na, you know, you are well informed. And I'm sure na marami na kayo napanood about REITs, but this video will give you an IRR calculation and computation and comparison as to if you actually do it on your own or you actually invest on REITs. And why should you and why should you not invest on REITs, or especially the A-REIT. Okay, if you're ready, let's start. Ano yung palagi mong narinig sa mga tito, tita mo, nanay mo, ganyan, di ba? Lagi nila sinasabi, gusto ko bumili ng lupa para patayuan ng 5 pinto at ipapaupa. Di ba? Yun yung lagi nilang sinasabi. And if you actually look into that, that is the concept of REITs. Ang investment mo, you're investing into something wherein that investment is renting. It could be an apartment, office building, any sorts of, you know, related sa real estate or land development. So, those types of things are the things that you actually invest into. Pero, of course, if you do yung kagaya nung sa mga tito-tita natin na may paupahan, yun yung tinatawag na, ano naman, apartment. And that is direct investment. Hi guys! So, ito na nga. Let's just say, meron kang 3.2 million pesos. Kunyari, merong condominium around Metro Manila na worth 3.2 million. And, you have to pay a down payment of 20%, which is 640,000. Then, the rest, you wanted to get bank loan. So, chinek natin yung amortization monthly if you get a bank loan of 5-year fixed term, which is around 26,400 per month. Let's just say na yung house na yun or yung condo na yun is 25,000 ang monthly rent as of this time. Diba? And let's just say na meron kang annual increase na 2%. Of course, once in a year, 12. So, this is year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And para mas okay, we will calculate up to 20 years. Okay? So, yung nasa taas, ito yung growth rate na 2% annually from the base. Okay? Huwag nyo na masyadong pansinin yan. Anyway, so, ang annual rent income mo from year 1 is 300,000. And then year 2, 306,000. And so on and so forth. So, this is your down payment, which is important sa IRR calculation. And monthly amortization, actually annual. Palitan natin to. Annual. Okay, annual amortization, which is this much, right? Fixed siya, usually. So, the net return mo is you add everything up. So, this minus this equals negative 16. So, as you can see, for the first 3 years, actually, abonado ka pa. Diba? So, mag-start ka lang kumita after year 4. So, ang kita mo, 1,500. Ito ay kung ilo-loan mo siya, diba? Mamaya, lalabas yung hindi siya naka-loan. Okay? So, kapag in-add mo lahat yan, ang total mo, cash-wise, na kinita mo is 3.4 million in 20 years, ha? So, parang nadoble mo yung pera mo. In 20 years, ha? Tandaan nyo, 20 years. So, ang IRR mo is 13%. Okay? If you loan it, diba? So, ang total cash out mo lang talaga is 640,000 in year 0 plus 16 plus 10 plus 4. So, ang actual mo is 672,280. Kunyari naman, binayad mo 100%, cash out. Marami akong pera eh, di ba? Push, wala akong paggagasasan. So, 3.2 million nilagay mo doon, tapos pinarent mo siya. So, immediately year 1, once nag-start ka na mag-rent, Magpa-rent pala, I mean. Yan na yung return mo. So, in total, in cash base, 4 million yung kikitain mo, which is higher than 3.4, 'di ba? Tapos, ang IRR mo is 9%. Bakit mas mababa siya? Kasi, ang IRR or NPV is mas gumaganda kapag ka nag-lever ka or nag-loan ka, 'di ba? Kasi ibig sabihin, kung meron kang 3.2 million talaga, 640,000 lang yung i-invest mo, or let's say 670,000. Tapos yung natira dun sa 3.2 million mo, pwede mo pa siyang invest sa iba. So, mas malaki pa yung kikitain mo. May kikitain ka pa aside from sa kikitain mo ngayon, 'di ba? But again, mas mababa yung kita mo kasi yung the rest, pinayad mo sa interest dun sa loans, 'di ba? Pero, ang result niya in terms of IRR and NPV is positive or higher kasi cash is king, 'di ba? If you have cash right now, you have higher opportunity to invest on other things to multiply your money. Kunyari 3.2M lang yung pera mo, so wala ka ng pera, 'di ba? Wala ka na. Paano kung merong bagong opportunity na investment na dumating tapos wala kang cash to invest kahit 100,000 lang, 'di ba? So, yun yung difference. Kaya mas mataas yung IRR or rate of return kapag ka nag-loan ka. Okay, let's move on to REITs or rates. I call it rates. I don't know why. Anyway, so REIT. So let's just say yung 3.2 million mo, nilagay mo siya sa REIT. 'Di ba? So, ang REIT, ang expected return mo annually is 5%. Let's just say na may estimated growth ka pa na 5%. Yan. Tapos, let's just say din na meron ka pang price appreciation na 5% annually. Therefore, it will give you 5.2 million in 20 years, which is higher in terms of cash compared dito sa iba, sa loan, and then sa cash, and the IRR is 10, so higher siya dito. That is kung 5% annually magi-increase yung price. Let's say we remove that. Kasi 'di ba hindi naman sure 'yun eh. Yung price appreciation sa REIT hindi yan secured. So I'm suggesting don't use it, 'di ba? So sa REIT, you can see in terms of cash naging pinakamababa na ngayon siya, 'di ba? Tapos ang IRR mo is 5%, which is kasi yun yung 5% annual, 'di ba, na increase. Given the fact that it will actually increase 5% annually, which is peg na lang natin sa inflation rate. So, it could also be 3%. So, at 3%, 3 rin siya. Kasi, yun nga yung growth rate na ginamit natin. And that's the calculation of IRR naman eh. So, that's the thing with REITs. Babawi ka sa price appreciation. Marami naman sa atin na walang ganitong cash. That's why it's better if we invest on REITs. Kasi at the end of the day, let's just say, kunyari, meron ka lang 100,000. So, at 100,000, definitely wala ka na nung option 1 and 2. Kasi kailangan mo ng 600 dito. Tapos, kailangan mo ng 3.2 million dito. Pero, sa REIT, you can earn 65,000 in 20 years. 'Di ba? Better than zero kasi zero ka dun sa first two option. But you have 65,000 sa REITs mo. Yun yung difference niya. What else ang masasabi natin sa kanya? Another thing with REIT is that yung liquidity. Tandaan nyo, yung liquidity, napaka-importante rin yan. Kasi kung hindi kagaya niyan, meron akong mga pinurchase na land, ang hirap ibenta, 'di ba? Just imagine if you have 3.2 million, nilagay mo sa lupa. Gaano katagal mo siya bago mabenta? It will take you 2 to 3 years. But if you have REIT, you can actually just sell it in the market and it can easily be sold. So, the liquidity is high as well. So, mas mababa yung return mo. But at the same time, wala kang problema, 'di ba? Mabilis mo makukuha yung cash mo, sila na magma-manage, wala ka nang iintindihin. So, 5%, parang nakishare ka na lang dun sa return, financial partner ka lang talaga. Kasi dito, ikaw mag-ooperate, 'di ba? Ikaw mamomroblema sa mga tenants mo and everything. So, kung gusto mo ng ganong problema, bahala ka. Pero, I talk to a lot of people and marami nagsasabi sa akin na it's very hard to actually manage a rental, or a facility, yun nga, mga apartments and everything. So, if I were you, kung ayaw mo nung sakit sa ulo, hindi mo feel yun, pero gusto mo ng investment sa real estate, not just apartment or not just rentals, pero other investments as well, they can diversify. Then, you can add this. It's more safe. You can diversify your portfolio, add this in your portfolio, di ba? Ayan guys, you can see naman the difference about whether or not to buy or not to buy a REITs or REITs itself. So, for me lang naman ha, if you wanted to have that kind of business but you don't have the capital itself, sabihin na natin na wala naman tayong 3 million to do that diba? But, let's just say you have 25,000 or less than maybe 5,000 and you wanted to start investing on properties, why not, diba? REITs will give you that opportunity that you can actually put your 5,000 immediately. Kasi, if wala kang 3 million, wala kang investment. Pero, if you have 5,000, you can put on REITs. And you can actually gain from it. So, once na may pera ka na, then you can start your own property business, diba? Another part of it is that wala kang paproblemahin. Kasi, yung AYALA Land, they will be the one to manage the funds and the properties itself. Sabi nga, maraming nagsasabi sa akin na may mga paupahan, ganyan, na meet ko sa Fiji that time. Sabi niya, sobrang stress siya dun sa paupahan niya na may ilang pinto. Kasi, mahirap mag-manage ng mga tao or ng tenants, mahirap mag-manage yung mga ganyan-ganyang bagay. So, might as well na, kapag ka nag-invest ka sa REITs, wala kang problema. Sila na bahala. Nandiyan lang yung pera mo. So, financial investor ka lang, di ba? Hindi ka operator or whatever. So, in that sense, mas madali sa'yo. Of course, the return, syempre, alam nyo na, hindi rin ganun ka laki. Unless, syempre, kapag yung REITs na binili nyo is growing, ever-growing, like AYALA, so, yun yung magiging difference niya. Ano naman yung difference niya sa AYALA Land? So, si AYALA Land naman kasi, most of its properties din kasi, diba, binibili niya and then resell niya. So, the income generation is faster kasi cash basis yun, di ba? When people buy the property, so, mabilis yung return. Unlike for properties na for leasing, matagal yung return nun, di ba? So, might as well share the risk to investors like us na gusto na rin magkaroon ng return. Yeah, so yun yung difference niya when it comes to investing to ALI and investing to A-REITs, diba? So, yung REITs, A-REITs more on the properties lang. So, ano yung risk na nakikita natin dito? As we all know, diba, nagkaroon ng coronavirus. So, sa coronavirus, alam naman natin, diba, maraming naka-work from home. If that work from home is actually very positive. And as you all know, in businesses, rental fee is one of the major expenses that we actually use, diba? We have very expensive. So, what can happen is that, diba, tuwing may pandemic, may problem, nagkakaroon ng difference or nagkakaroon ng evolution in terms of businesses and innovation, ganyan. So, what could actually happen is, kung positive naman yung result ng work from home, especially for women, di ba? Maraming mga working moms, ganyan. So, magkakaroon ng opportunity for businesses to actually consider work from home setups going forward. And if that's the case, they can save on rental spaces, diba? So, it's a win-win situation in terms of, sa employees nila and also dun sa cost din nila. So, they can actually shrink yung rentals nila, yung offices nila, let's say half, and then yung mga papasok, kunyari, MWF, TTHS, mga ganyan. So, magkakaroon ng scheduling. That's an idea lang for me, ha. They could actually, parang they could actually adopt that. And if that's the case, then lilit yung ano nila, yung rental fees nila, and that will actually affect directly REITs or yung REITs itself, diba? If people tend to do less brick and mortar, even for offices, ganyan, or I mean sa mga shops and everything, nagkakaroon ng maraming online shopping and everything. So there's a huge risk in terms of real estate, and I guess that's the reason why they're moving to REITs, you know, instead of the companies actually taking 100% of the risk, kasi nga, because of this ever-changing evolution in our businesses and how we do businesses. As a contrast to that risk naman, so we could still grow BPOs if manufacturing companies actually get out of China. Then they can move to other ASEAN countries like Philippines with lower labor costs. So those are the things. Pero yun, we'll see what happens. So those are opportunities, but the existing ones, you know, yun, medyo risky lang as at this moment to actually invest on real estate or REITs. But I think they're also trying to move to forest. So in forest, kasi I'm not sure if you know about climate change. Climate change kasi, you know, they are requiring to plant more trees. So there are forest management. And I think Ayala is one of those businesses that are actually ahead of the business or of the opportunity. And a lot of first world countries are actually willing to finance or fund this forest financing, forest management thing. And at some point, all countries will be required to, you know, really do this. And if that's the case, then Philippines will definitely have to work for it or pay for forest reforestation in our country. Let's just hope, no? Maybe after 2022. What else? So those are the things that, you know, you can see. For me naman kasi Ayala, ever since, they are always innovative. They are always ahead of the game. They think fast. As you can see, they are the first one to do REITs or the REITs, diba? So ibig sabihin, they are really good in it, diba? Aside from the returns, they have price appreciation. My advice to you is that get the price with, I mean, if you're not able to get into the IPO, don't buy at super high price. Remember, this is not an actual stock, diba? It's a hybrid type of thing. Yes, there's price appreciation, but at the end of the day, the dividend, if you buy at a really high price, then the dividend will go down in terms of percentage, diba, for you. If you buy it at the IPO price, then definitely you get the 5%, diba, the 5% return. But if you get it at higher price, then, diba, masisira yung diskarte natin. It defeats the purpose of you actually investing on a real estate, for you to earn money for real estate. So yun lang yung advice ko sa inyo. If you actually wanted to get into this type of investment, make sure you get it an IPO price, or if not, lower or same price. Yun lang. Yun then, if ever, because of that notation, you won't see dramatic change in prices. No, it wouldn't be as crazy as the Philippine Stock Exchange na it can move so much, kasi most of the investors knows that they can only earn 5% as of for dividends. So in terms of price appreciation, you cannot really rely too much on it unless they actually acquired new projects, diba, that could actually increase the value of the REIT itself, diba. Yun lang, I hope na natutunan kayo sa Money and She. Hopefully, after marami ng kayo napanood, hopefully I added some value into it. And I'm sorry guys if it took me so long to upload another video. Na-miss ko kayo. Marami lang akong ginawa this past few weeks, as I'm not sure if I told you before, pero I moved now again here in Germany. I'm now in Munich, that's why, ayun, for the last week, jet lag pa rin ako. I'm always sleeping the whole time, or if not, I'm doing the requirements that I need for the virtual expo that I'm actually attending this July, end of July. So, yun lang guys. Hopefully, maka-recover tayo by next week. Hopefully, ma-upload ko na yung Converge as requested by you guys. And mag-normalize na yung ano natin, yung stocks which... So, yun. Shoutout nga pala kay Architect, ang ating #1 fan. Thank you so much for always watching and following up sa ating video. So, thank you so much. And I hope you guys are always safe. And if you're traveling, stay safe then yon. Have a great day. Bye!